fouled back.
So for those that are picking this up from yesterday, you'll notice Calvin Odo is on the mound. Andrew Harden, who was the pitcher yesterday, is behind the plate. He has exceeded his pitch count, not eligible to pitch today. So even though this is still the end of game 2, both teams would have to change pitchers.
Swing and a miss, strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Don't let the ball get away, or else they could score as well with that, John.
Absolutely no mistakes here. They need to get this third out, get out of the bottom of the 7th, and take this to extras for the state championship.
So we apologize. The game started early. We were told 5 o'clock, but it started at 4:45. Here's the pitch from Odo, inside and high. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Just the energy with each pitch this afternoon.
Three and 2 outside.
Full count. Jewett City can't afford any other base runners, even though the winning run is at third. They just want to get this third out and get out of the inning.
3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And there's a fly ball. It is caught!
It's caught by Caden Deskus.
Caden Deskus says, no way! We're continuing this ball game with a diving catch.
What a fantastic play by Caden Deskus.
Torrington was throwing up their hands and saying, we win, but no. Deskus out of nowhere.
Makes the catch, rolls over, makes sure he secures the ball, and we're going into the 8th, tied 3-3.
I got goosebumps, man. I got goosebumps. Holy cow. Oh.
That's an Algier wow on that one.
Holy moly.
Yeah, yesterday we were looking for 2 runs going into the top of the 7th for Jewett City to tie this up, to take it to the bottom of the 7th. They were behind 3-1. Jewett City answered with those 2 runs, tied it up 3-3. The winning run for Torrington was at third base. Dom DiBaselli with a shot to right field, but a fantastic catch by Caden Deskus, which is going to take us into extras.
Oof. Okay, no. Are we ready? Are you sure we're good with this?
I think the heart rate's a little bit elevated now. And for Torrington, you'll see the Santana is the pitcher for Torrington in this heads up. Ball coming in hot.
Well, Santana's going to be on the hill for Torrington, just like John said. As we go to the 8th inning, Jewett City does not want to go home, man. They don't want to go home.
No, this is win or lose. Winner of this game, if it's Torrington, that's the state championship. If it's Jewett City, we play a game 3.
Oh, goodness. Goodness.
Jewett City fighting for their state championship. Life come up big for the third out in the bottom of the 7th. Fantastic.
I'm just trying to catch up to the stream here because, well, they started early on us.
They did a little bit early. I think everybody wants to get this game in. And the earlier we get this game started, the more time, if there is a game 3, we have to play.
As we continue on with the game, we're in the top of the 8th. 3, 4, and 5 coming up for Jewett City. Goodwin, Harden, and Odo.
Nice place to be for Jewett City. Coming into those big hitters at 3, 4, 5. Ashton Goodwin leading us off here in the top of the 8th.
Tucciarone is at short. It looks like there's going to be a meeting of the minds over here.
A little conversation happening between the two managers and the umpires.
Are they referencing somebody in the crowd, or they're bringing the official scorer in?
The district administrator's heading over.
That's never good.
Well, hopefully they're just trying to get it right, because what's at stake right now is a state championship. So you want to make sure everything's done correctly, done fairly against both teams, done within the rules. And it looks like whatever they were discussing has worked out. It's been favorable to both sides, and we're going to continue.
Good.
Now, Angel Santana, he's another one of these Torrington ball players. That's a member of the P38's U15 American Legion team.
All right, here we go to 3-4-5. Here's Goodwin. Here's the first pitch from Santana, strike one. We got a little excited, did we, in the last half of the inning, did we?
We did.
Top of the 8th, we're in extra innings. Game number 2.
Yeah, put my coffee down and switch to water.
Gotcha. Did you hear that, John?
I believe it was, if we'll play this inning straight up
8th,
rules.
right.
If it continues to a 9th, we put a runner on second.
Yes.
All right.
Okay. So I guess what confusion was, is do you do it this inning or not? So Goodwin ahead on the count, 3 balls and 1 strike. Thanks for joining us here in Windsor, Connecticut. Mike Minarski and John Harden here at SNSN, bringing you state championship baseball. Right down the middle, 3-2.
Watch that one all the way in.
Mm-hmm.
That'll bring the count full.
Huh? Ball 4. And a good one is going to be on.
So first pitch walk by Santana. Ashton Goodwin on first base.
Here's Andrew Harden. Started the game at yesterday, pitching, and ended up, as he is now, the catcher.
The catcher.
Santana pitching from the stretch. And there's a rope down the third base side, foul. I think he wanted to straighten that one out. He's a little ahead of that one.
Little ahead of that one. That would have been a good place to put a hit, especially with Goodwin on first. So Andrew pitched 6 1/3 yesterday. Calvin Odo came in to finish up his 7th, and here we are in the top of the 8th.
And there goes Goodwin, and here's the throw, and he's going to be in there safe. Great jump. It was a good throw as well. Now the go-ahead run in scoring position as Goodwin steals second. One and one to Harden. Here comes the pitch from Santana. It's foul.
Fouled it back. I believe Torrington has Rogala behind the plate, correct?
I can't see. Look, I think so.
That's double odd, I believe.
0-0. What do you call it?
Double odd.
Double odd. 1 and 1. 1 and 2, excuse me. There's a deep drive into center field. No advance from Goodwin, just a long out.
Not quite deep enough to advance the runner to third. Andrew Harden put the bat on the ball, sent it into center field. Torrington makes the out. 1 out.
Here's Odo, 2 for 3 in this game. Struck out in the second, got an RBI double in the 4th, and then a base hit in the 7th, and scored. That ball is high. Not as windy as it was yesterday, huh?
Definitely not as windy as it was yesterday. There is a nice breeze coming in.
Yeah.
Looks like it may be going a little left to right.
Today we have deep south weather. Yesterday we had tropics. That ball is outside 2-0.
Yeah, when that storm came in and it decided to rain, the bottom completely fell out.
Goodwin and McCoy kind of jawing at each other a little bit. I think they're joking around. Strike one. I think Odo thought it was a little high.
A little high. Must have caught the top of the strike zone. Now you know.
There's a high fly ball into center field, and it is playable. And Luka White pulls it in.
Right. Ball quickly back to the infield. Once again, another shot to center field. Not quite deep enough to advance the runner.
Here's Brendan Hopkins. 2 outs here in the top of the 8th. Runner in scoring position at second base. Swing and a miss. As Goodwin gets about halfway down the line. But nobody really covering second except for McCoy trying to tease a little bit.
Little gamesmanship going on at second base.
There's a grounder to third, and they're going to throw to first, and he's going to be safe. Safe. I'm not sure what Prindle was arguing because he was safe by at least a step.
He was definitely in the bag safely there. We'll see if there's a discussion from the Torrington dugout.
I don't think so.
But that will advance Ashton Goodwin to third base.
Here's Oconee. And there go. Oops, that ball's out of play. Right into Sage Rock Road. We have a new umpiring crew today. We had one pretty much every game. Strike 2 to Oconee. And Hopkins goes to second.
Right, strike on the outside part of the plate. That'll bring the count 0-2, 2 outs. But Brendan Hopkins does advance to second base.
0-2. Ball 1. Umpires today, Dave Hykoff behind the plate, Scott Calden at first, Jeff Spencer at second, and Nick Dillon at third. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and Torrington gets out of it.
Jewett City threatening here in the top of the 8th. Santana able to get out of that without Jewett City scoring a run. We're going to the bottom of the 8th inning, still tied up 3-3.
Oh, mercy, mercy, mercy. Yeah, go ahead and read that.
Get this out of the way. Make sure we're completely legal.
That's right.
This Little League International Tournament game is presented by Streaming News and Sports Network, SN Radio, under the authority of Little League Baseball and Softball, and may not be rebroadcast or retransmitted without the expressed written permission of Little League International, South Williamsport, Pennsylvania. Visit Little League online at www.littleleague.org.
All right. Thank you very much, John. Thank you.
Not a problem.
My Roddy to Drew Carey.
I need more colorful jackets.
Oh, yeah. Coming in. Look. Oh, I just want to see if I can get you to point.
But I believe Roddy was from Fort Worth, Texas.
Yeah, it's not even his name. His name. Come on.
His, birth name?
Come on. I mean, what parent does that? Really?
Roddy?
Yeah.
Very alliterative.
Oh, Mr. Roddy. What are you going to name your kid? How about Rod?
It's easy to remember, easy to spell.
I got a good story for you, though.
Excellent.
That was sarcastic.
I like a good story.
All right, here's Prindle leading off here in the bottom of the 8th. And there's a shot down the left field line, foul.
Attacking the first pitch. That just missed down the left field baseline.
So back in the day, I used to work for a company called Radio Shack. I was there for 13 years, right?
Yep,
so
familiar.
Well, you're from Texas. You
right.
should know Radio Shack. Tandy Corporation. But we used to have to take names and addresses, right? You know, with everybody that came in. 0-1 the count. Fouled back, 0-2. So one day this lady comes in, and I go, and you start off, Last name, can I get your last name, please? Sure. She goes, Linda. I said, okay. And what's your first name? She goes, Linda. I said, well, no. Got him looking.
Called third strike. That's the first out here in the bottom of the 8th.
So she goes, I said, no, your first name, not your last name. She goes, no, Linda. And I said, wait a minute. She goes, yeah, my name is Linda.
Linda.
Yeah. She said, she told me what her maiden name was. Tell me the story. And then she married a guy by the name of Robert Linda.
No way.
Yeah. Same spelling, Linda. Linda.
You have to be careful when you get married with these last names.
I've never forgotten that. There's a fly ball to left, right at that left fielder who came in about 4 or 5 steps.
That's Brendan Hopkins out in left.
2 down. Here's Regala. No, it's Santana. Excuse me.
Looks like Dela Cruz
that's
coming
Dela
to play.
Cruz. Boy, I can't get my players right. Two down. There's a fly ball to right field, and that's going to drop for a base hit, and they're going to hold him at first as Deskus gets it in quick.
2-out base hit for Dela Cruz. Puts a base runner on for Torrington.
Here's Matt Hand.
It looks like we'll get a pinch runner for Dela Cruz at first. So Regalo reassuming his position at first base.
Imagine that announcing, if that person was playing, say, girls basketball. Now playing center, Linda.
Linda.
How many people would be like, what?
They'd be like, that's not right.
That's not her name. And there's a bouncer over to Goodwin. And they're going to flip on over to second. And that's going to do it.
6-4 for the third out of the bottom of the 8th inning.
All right, so we're going to go to the top of the 9th. Now, here's the situation. Jewett City is going to start with the person who made the last out of the 8th, which would be Oconee. Oconee is going to start this inning at second base. It's a rule that was instituted, a few years ago?
Just a couple years ago.
To kind of move the game along.
Speed it up.
Exactly. And now, let's say, even if they do or they do not score, Torrington will have the same option in the bottom of the 9th. So Oconee is going to go to second base. So they're going to start with a runner in scoring position.
Yeah, very interesting. It's also going to change up maybe a little bit of the way of how they're going to pitch to Jewett City in this point in their lineup. Mm-hmm. Because there's going to be no outs, but you are going to have that runner at second base.
I don't know if he has to wait for an umpire to give him the sign to go out there to start.
Well, I think they're just letting the Torrington infield get their warm-ups in. Just one less person in the way.
So Santana coming out for his second inning of work. Got in a little bit of trouble, but was able to get out of it as runners were on second and third. And they were able to get Oconee to end the bottom of the 8th, or top of the 8th, excuse me.
I'm excited to see what happens here in the top of the 9th.
Yeah. So coming up, we got Caden Deskus. Scheduled is Pat Crowell and then Colin Schultz in the top of the order.
Excellent. Once again, Caden this tournament season has been having a hot bat.
So there goes Oconee out to second base. What does that do to a pitcher? Thinking, okay, I'm in an instant hole here.
Instant hole here. Well, really, he's got to forget about that. Just go after the batters.
Here's Deskus. And he bounces it up the middle. Nobody's going to get it, and everybody's going to be safe.
Not fielded in the middle infield. Runners on the corners. Go ahead run at third.
A little bit of miscommunication there, I think, between Tucciarone and Jack McCoy. So Deskus on with it. Well, he's doing it with the glove. He's doing it with the bat. And there goes Deskus. He's got to come back.
Pitch was fouled off by Patty Crowell, which will send Caden back to first base.
So nobody out. Go-ahead runner is on third base. We could have a full night of baseball here today, dude.
Absolutely. This could be the completion of game 2 here and another game 3 immediately following.
Hey, you know what? Great day. Let's play 2.
Let's play 2. We've said it several times.
No balls, 2 strikes. Expect Deskus to be off again. There he nope. Ball, and he is. Nobody's covering second, so on the defensive indifference.
So now Jewett City with 2 runners in scoring positions, no outs. 1 and 2 count on Patty Crowell.
And there's a bouncer in.
That's going to get through the infield.
1 run scores. It's 4-3, Jewett City, as Oconee comes in.
Oconee scores. Caden Deskus holds up at third, and Patty Crowell with the RBI single to bring in the go-ahead run for Jewett City.
Nice.
Wow.
You said before the game they were in a good place.
Spirits were up.
And the infield is in. This is the first time we've seen that with Torrington. And there goes Crowell. He's going to take a strike, but now you have second and third. Still nobody out.
Still no outs. Now, once again, with Patty taking second base on that defensive indifference, you got Jewett City with runners in scoring position, second and third.
And there's a shot into center field. He catches it. He was going to tag, but decided to go back. So, nice throw in by Luca White.
Both outfields have been doing very well at getting the ball back into the infield and holding the runners where they either were or only advancing 1 base.
Here's Sam Gilgenbach. 0 for 3 officially. Flew out to left, popped up to the first baseman, bounced out to second, and then walked in the 7th. And he takes ball 1. So he's 0 for 3. Runners on second and third. Only 1 out. Jewett City up 4-3 in game number 2. And there's they're going to go home. And he is going to be out at the plate. He got caught in the middle. Good heads-up play by Torrington there.
Right, Crowell moves to third. Gilgenbach at first on the fielder's choice. Torrington did get the out at the plate on Deskus, bringing up Ashton Goodwin with 2 outs.
Still a runner on third. Strike 1, and there goes Gilgenbach coasting into second. That's a little cue shot off the end of the bat for Gilgenbach. That ball's high.
Yeah, right off the end of the bat, kind of dribbled down the baseline.
Ball 2. So looking ahead to the 9th, Matt Hand is going to go to second base, and then we have the top of the order, White, McCoy, and Tucciarone.
So very similar position for Torrington than Jewett
There's
City
a base
had.
hit. 1 run is coming in. 5-3 is your score, and the inning continues. RBI for Ashton Goodwin.
Nice shot in the left field for Ashton Goodwin, driving in yet another run for Jewett City, bringing the score to 5-3 here in the top of the ninth. Sam Gilgenbach to third base, and here comes the cleanup hitter, Andrew Harden, at the plate.
And there's a time is called. Not sure what that was about.
I think it was an intentional walk.
Okay, that's why he tossed the bat like he was going to go to first. So they're going to set.
So it looks like Torrington's going to intentionally walk Harden. That'll load the bases, but it does take the bat out of the cleanup hitter's hand.
But I think the problem here is that they don't want the pitcher to throw any pitches and just send him to first. So there's no chance of the ball getting away and Gilgenbach coming home.
Running.
Right. So that's exactly what's going to happen here. Is Harden is going to take first base. Goodwin's going to go to second. The bases are going to be loaded for Calvin Odo.
It's one of those moves. Rolling the dice for Torrington.
So an intentional walk to Harden, and the bases are loaded for Odo, who can hurt you just as bad. 5-3 Jewett City. Ball one.
Everybody retreats back to their home base. Dude, I getting chills up my neck.
Yeah.
If they're shaking on the camera, I apologize.
Ball two, and the ball almost gets away from Ogala, but he does a great job in keeping the ball in front of him. Two balls, no strikes.
We've seen from both teams over the last couple of days lots of great blocking by the catchers.
Ball low, 3-0. Santana is now in trouble of walking in run number 6.
We'll see if the green light's on for Odo.
3-1. Nice
Watched
pitch
it
by
all
Fitz.
the way in. Santana hits the strike zone, brings the count 3-1.
This is tense. Ball four.
Ball four, walked in a run.
6-3 Jewett City.
And that brings up Brendan Hopkins. Base is still loaded for Jewett City.
Hopkins, the 9th batter in the inning.
So the third baseman for Torrington coming out, speaking to Santana.
I think what's happening here is we're also getting a chance to see just how deep each team's pitching staff is as well.
Well, that was a question that we had going into this game. Now, we're pretty familiar with Jewett City's bullpen, but we were not as familiar with Torrington.
Right. And you know what? It could be state final jitters, too, as well.
Absolutely.
I mean, this young man has not pitched at all in this tournament. Well, you know, in the 2 out of 3. And he's thrown in there at the worst position possible. That hit him. 7-3.
And he hits Hopkins. That'll bring in another run for Jewett City.
Jewett City is pumped.
Now, we know Santana can pitch.
Yeah.
And talking to their manager, Joe McCoy, we know for this particular team, they've designated him most improved player. But here comes Joe McCoy to the mound.
Yeah. I wonder if we're going to get a pitching change. There is 2 out, so he may just be out there pumping him up a little bit,
calming
saying,
him down.
Yeah, get the last one.
But Mike, like you said, he came into a tough position.
Tough position for the kid. Yeah, you got to. I don't envy him. I don't envy him at all. I mean, these two teams are both very good.
They're the best Connecticut has at the 13-14 level.
And then you turn around and you put this young man in a spot where it's like, okay.
He's got to close out the 7th and secure, hopefully at that point a Torrington win.
There's strike one to Oconee. So Oconee actually is the 9th batter of this inning. He ended the last inning with a strikeout. However, he started at second, and he has scored a run this inning. Swinging to miss, strike 2. So now he's ahead 0-2 is Santana. So maybe the chat from the coach helped him out just a little bit. Ball in the dirt, 1-2.
So this is when the players have to dig down deep and see what they got. Gut check time.
And there's a bouncer, and Tucciaroni is going to play it and get the force out at second.
So Tucciaroni gets Torrington out of the top of the 9th inning. The score now, Jewett City 7, Torrington 3.
All right, so we've said it a million times, and this game alone proves that. It's not over until it's over.
Absolutely not. And Jewett City showed up today ready to play. I told you before the game they were loose. They were in high spirits. You talked about it yesterday. The skill level between the two teams is pretty equal.
Yeah, it's the same but different. You know, I mean, Torrington, like I said, they're going to nickel and dime you. Base hit, walk, maybe a double here and there. They're not really going to go deep. At least we haven't seen anything close to that yet from them, but they haven't needed to.
No, they haven't
needed to at all.
They've been able to play their game.
Yep.
Manufacture runs.
Smart base running.
Right. Take advantage of opportunities and mistakes made by Jewett City.
Yep. And Jewett City, I mean, truth be told, in game number 1 played awful.
They did not play their best baseball game in game 1.
They had a terrible game.
7 errors.
Yeah. And now we're seeing a little bit more of what Jewett City is capable of doing.
A little bit more of this team, what we saw in districts and what we saw in sectionals.
Yeah.
So if you're going to peak, this is probably the exact right time to do it.
So we want to say good afternoon to everybody that is watching the ball game. We hope you are enjoying championship baseball right here on SNSN. We've got about, about a steady 85 to 90 people at all times, you know, watching the game. So,
excellent, even for an early start.
Yeah.
This is still game 2 of the state championship.
So if this game, there's one thing we should have asked the assistant director, which I don't know. When this game ends, if Jewett City does win, how long is it before they start game 3?
Well, there's probably going to be a discussion and see if there's going to be any other warm-ups between the teams.
Swing and a miss.
I don't think there will be, based on they warmed up prior to this and they have been playing a game. So it'll probably be a relatively quick start up to game 3.
So Luca White starts off with a base, and they're going to go to third, and they're instantly going to knock off Matt Hand, who was the runner that started at second.
Right, Matt Hand was the runner starting at second who made the last out in the previous inning. So here we are in the 9th. So each team starts with a runner on second.
And they erased him.
Took him out at third. So White on first with the fielder's choice, 1 out.
Pop fly on the first pitch. Left fielder calls it, and he drops it. But you know what? They're going to go to second. They're going to get the force. So right. White is eliminated.
So White held up with less than 2 outs. He held up on the fly ball. The ball was not played. So McCoy's coming into first. So White had to get on his horse to get to second. But they threw into second for the second out.
All right, so here's Tucciaroni. Tooch pitched a great game.
Pitched an excellent game yesterday, and it's a shame he couldn't complete game 2.
Yeah. Strike 1. Yeah, this is another situation where you say, well, the kid doesn't deserve this fate because he did pitch one heck of a ball game. Strike 2. Jewett City is going to explode.
If they get this out, oh my goodness
goosebumps already.
gracious.
I got them happening already. Here's the pitch. Popped up.
Heading our way.
into the bullpen. Fielded by a spectator with her left foot.
Sign her up. If you can field with your feet.
Yeah. McCoy on first. And there's a ground ball to Goodwin. He's going to go over to first.
Third out, 6-3.
Jewett City wins.
Jewett City takes game 2, 7-3.
So now all we're considering, how much time before we start game number 3? Okay. Okay. So I guess we could, we got to get lineups or something. Okay. All right. Hey, Coach, can we get a lineup? Okay. Hold on. We'll be back in a minute.
No, hey!
No, boys.
No,
boys.
no!
Boys. Oh, get back.
A little bit of confusion here at the ballpark on what needs to happen. Mike did talk to the umpire.
So it looks like they're going to say 15 minutes.
So, Mike, the umpire told you that they're going to get the logistics together.
Yeah.
We've got lineups, whatever. No, we don't have the lineups.
Oh,
they're going to get the lineup set on the field. I believe they may do brief introductions, and then they're going to try to get game 3 started as quick as possible.
All right, so hang with us, folks. Game number 3. We're going to mute the mics for a little bit. We have to get ourselves situated as well.
15 minutes.
15 minutes before game number 3 in the deciding game here in Windsor. Hang with us. Okay, I don't know how we're going to be able to top that, John.
I honestly don't know if we can.
Even the umps, man, they're getting the chills.
Getting the chill. They got ice in their veins.
They got ice in their veins and chills
in
their hearts.
I have sworn off coffee for at least the next 2 hours.
I'm drinking Gatorade. So what a good time to get on Scott Caldone, the first base ump. It's a good time to get all over him.
He agreed with you.
He says, all right. Okay, so here we go. We are now officially starting game number 3.
Game 3 here at Windsor High School.
This is it. This is the last game.
Winner takes the championship. Wow. I am glad we are playing game 3. I can tell you, game 2, we were just looking for 2 runs to continue the game into the bottom of the 7th. And then Jewett City opening it up in the top of the 9th.
Calvin Odo back on the hill. He finished up game number 2. Here's the first pitch. High and outside to Luca White, playing center field in this ball game. He had been starting at short.
Ooh.
2-0. Are you okay? Strike 1, 2-1.
There's a strike. Yeah, I think everybody just needs to, get back into that game mode. Here we are, new game, fresh scoreboard.
And there's a base hit over the head of Oconee. Luca White is going to take the turn, but hold it at first. So he starts off the ball game with a base hit to left. There's Jack McCoy.
This should be a very exciting ball game here in game 3.
And there goes White, and here's the throw, and he's going to be safe by about 2 seconds.
Right, White had a fantastic jump on that.
He certainly did.
Not a bad throw by Harden behind the plate. That was right about where exactly you'd want that throw to be, but White was in there.
Pop foul and out of play, 1-1.
Here we go, game 3. Winner of this game takes it. State champions, 13-14, State of Connecticut.
And if the ending of game 2 didn't get you a little bit excited, then folks, you don't have a pulse.
Whew. Electric.
Or at least check to make sure it's there. Because that was crazy. Fouled back, 1-1. Ball's a little high. He was chasing a high heater.
Chasing that high pitch. We've seen it a lot.
We've talked about it a lot, too. Off speed.
Just missing with that. So it should be 2 balls, 1 strike against McCoy.
Line drive into right field, base hit. And they are going to hold Luca White. So the table setters are on. And here comes Torrington.
Yeah, they did exactly what they needed to do. Like you said, the table setters are on the corners for Torrington, and they got Toucher-Oney coming to the plate, batting third.
Yep, and playing shortstop. Ball 1 high. Umps in the same position as they were for the end of game 2. And there's a line shot, base hit into center field. Gilgenbach brings it back in. Torrington up 1-0.
Torrington quickly up 1-0 here in the top of the first. Jewett City is the home team for game 3.
So 3 straight hits to start game number 3 for Torrington. Here's Detel.
Fouls it straight back. Mike, I wouldn't be surprised if this turns into a very offensive game in game 3.
Yeah, I was thinking about that in between games, actually. That ball is very foul, very long to the left-hand side. So Detel is down at the count 0-2. Now there are still nobody out. Foul ball.
Ooh. It was interesting because he kind of double clutched on that swing and was still driving it foul down the left field side.
Yeah, he's very early on the swing, I noticed. But that one right there was an off-speed pitch. Foul again. He is having a good at bat.
Right. The bats are very active here for Torrington in the top of the first.
It's, it still gets me because, you watch these kids playing on a big field and they're 13, just young kids.
Yeah, 13, 14-year-old kids here playing on a full-size field.
Another foul.
As long as they continue to play baseball, it's going to be on a field with these types of dimensions.
Yeah. Some of these kids going to be going and playing high school ball next year. Popped foul again. And
Detel doing exactly what he needs to do. Fouling off pitches, getting the pitch count up. The count's still 0-2. There's the first ball.
That's not a bad pitch, actually. Because Detel is in a rhythm of fouling him off, so that may have taken him out of his rhythm a little bit. And there's a grounder. They're going to go to third for the force. Nice play. Good thinking by Odo.
Right, get the lead runner at third. You'll now have runners at first and second for Torrington. 1 out. And I believe Dom DiBaselli is coming to the plate.
Yeah, Dom DiBaselli will be pitching for Torrington in this game. So we got 1 down. Torrington still has runners on first and second. So I got a question for you.
Yes.
How does Drew score red hair? your son, the catcher. There's a long drive into left field. Goodwin,
Hopkins
way back. And that's all the way to the wall. 1 run is going to score, and they're waving in
Detel
as well. 3-0 Torrington. They're coming out of the gates, hitting the ball hard. A 2-run double for Dom DiBaselli. That was a long shot.
That was one of 2 long shots we've seen in this state championship tournament. Andrew Harden coming to the mound, bringing the infield in. Going to talk to the infield. There is 1 out. Torrington's up 3-0 here, top of the first, game 3.
That's the 4th hit already in the first inning for Torrington.
Hey, both teams are playing for the state championship.
That's it, man.
And this year, with the decisions that were made due to situations that are happening globally, this is it. The state championship at this particular level, this age division.
This is it.
That's it.
So Odo getting himself into trouble here in the first.
Comes
strike
back
1
with a strike.
to Angel Santana. He's the 6th batter in the order. Only 1 out. Ball outside, 1-1. And there's a nice play by Goodwin. Diving stab, saves another run.
Fantastic play by Ashton Goodwin at shortstop to snag that liner from Santana.
I'll tell you, this kid has really impressed me at short.
Played an excellent defensive series.
Here's Prindle. Aiden Prindle, the first baseman, takes strike one. Wow.
Yeah, Mike, I'll go back to Andrew and the red hair probably at the middle of the inning.
Okay. Strike. Ball one high.
Prindle able to lay off that high pitch.
Fouled back. Coming in hot.
Nice fences here around Windsor's ball field, but I always do get a chuckle when the foul ball's headed that way and people behind the fence still dodge.
You made me remember something we talked about one time on the air already, a few games back. It's kind of like a state trooper being on one side of the road on the highway, and they got somebody pulled over. Yet you're on the other side,
over the
they
slow down,
and you're still slowing down.
Right.
Swing and a miss.
Strike
three, and Odo gets out of the inning.
Odo gets out of the top of the first, but not before Torrington scores 3 runs. We'll go into the bottom of the first. Jewett City at the plate.
So it's pretty much the same lineup for Jewett City. So we'll go over that real quick. Oh, you want to go ahead and tell us your story? How does Andrew get red hair?
All right, so Andrew's red hair. There is at least one male in Amy's family that has red hair. So Amy's father is a redhead.
Okay.
Amy's brother, who was the first of 3 children, got red hair that generation. Now, Amy is the baby of 3.
Okay.
So no red hair had shown up yet. So Andrew is our firstborn, and Amy had predicted it all throughout her pregnancy that Andrew would be the redhead. And he came out, and sure enough, red hair. But not only does he have red hair, he has crystal blue eyes.
The ladies love him.
It's pretty impressive. He used to get embarrassed by it when he was younger. He may still get embarrassed by it. But, yeah, it's the bluest eyes you've ever seen.
I'm serious. And of course, what would you know? First inning, I got back plays at first base all like the whole inning.
Oh,
that's all right, Blue. We'll know you. We'll tell you if you screw up. Well, I got to tell you something. We had one umpire come over to us at one game that we did and questioned his own call. And he went back on our video, on our page, and he said, yeah, I got it right. We told him, yeah.
End of the 7th, tied 7-7. End of the 8th, tied 8-8.
Oh, my God.
Top of the 9th, Madison scores, it was 9-9. 9-9 after 8, and then Madison scores 1 at the top of the 9th, and then holds it in the bottom score. And I'm like, oh,
wow.
Crazy. I mean, it was a fantastic day, but it was
right. And after this live stream, you will be able to catch this game if you want to go back and look at it at the SNSN Radio YouTube page with the same name, SNSN Radio.
Oh, you know what? After this batter, we have to read a disclaimer.
Yes, we do.
All right, here we go. Bottom of the first, Jewett City finding themselves in an instant hole, 3-0. And here's Colin Schultz, the catcher, leading off for Jewett City against Dom DiBaselli. There's the ball. That's an interesting story about the red hair, though.
Yeah, absolutely true. And then JJ comes out blonde. It's starting to darken up as he's gotten older.
Fouled off. 1-1.
But he also has blue eyes.
Who? JJ?
JJ. And Amy and I with the hazel. Well, I had hazel eyes till I joined the Navy, and the Navy told me hazel's not a color, so they turned green.
Apparently, they're not doing balls and strikes on the scoreboard this game. There's a little cue shot, and it's going to go back, but I think they should get him, and they do, as DiBaselli throws to Prindle for the out, 1-3. Here's Gilgenbach.
So it looks like on the stadium scoreboard, the outs are working, but maybe not the balls and strikes.
Ball 1. A little bit low, maybe. A little outside. Ball 2. Ooh, here comes the ice cream man again. 3 and ooh, that was a strike.
That was called strike. All right, balls and strikes are back up on the scoreboard.
Here we go. 2-1.
Yeah, ice cream man's like, they're still playing. I'm staying.
Ball 3. Yeah, the ice cream man's going, I'm making bank.
Right.
I'm making bank today.
He found the right spot to stop the last couple of days.
Uh-huh. The ice cream man stops next to me. We're going to make some money. 3-2. Three balls, 2 strikes. 1 down, bottom of the first. 3-0 Torrington. And there's a grounder to second. McCoy gets it on over to Prindle as Gilgenbach slides into first. He's out.
Slides into first to try to beat out that throw. That was a 4-3, pretty routine infield play. And Torrington doing what they need to do to keep Jewett City base runners off the base path.
Why does the ice cream man come over when I can't get over there?
He saw you.
Yeah.
Target acquired.
DiBaselli from the stretch, even with nobody on. 2 balls and no strikes. Strike 1.
DiBaselli seems to be throwing with more velocity than what we've seen from the previous Torrington pitchers.
Ball, 3-1. Ball 4. Goodwin gets a 2-out walk.
Goodwin will be the first Jewett City base runner here in Game 3. And that walk will bring up Andrew Harden to the plate.
All I can think of is Eddie Murphy going, ice cream!
The ice cream man is here.
You can't have none. 1 ball, no strikes.
I got the ice cream.
I got the ice cream. You remember that, huh?
Yeah, I do.
There goes Goodwin, and the ball just pops out of Regala's glove. Can't do anything with it. So 1 ball, 1 stroke. Is that 2-1 now?
Ashton Goodwin does advance to second base.
There's a fly ball into left center field, well, to center field, really. And Luca White brings it in.
right to the center fielder. That'll be the third out, and that'll end the first inning. Your score still Torrington 3, Jewett City 0.
Yeah, he didn't even have to move. That ball went right to him. All right, so let's get down to some business right here on SNSN. We want to thank, of course, some of our commercial sponsors, that have gone ahead and gone that extra mile. So just so you know, these games are brought to you by the heart, the souls, and the wallets of Jewett City parents, as well as local businesses. Local. So people like, I don't know, Kevin Trahan from the Trahan Agency. Look at this guy, the best looking guy in insurance. My friend Kevin Trahan.
I'm beginning to sense a little bit of a bromance.
I just known him a long time. He's right on Route 12, 860-564-3383. Give him a call. Home, auto, and life. Kevin can do it all. Highway campers and boats. Well, no more boats, but they're highway campers. Started in 1967. The Riley family been there ever since. Highway campers, family owned and operated. Home is where you park it. Of course, the Jewett City Savings Bank in Jewett City with branches all up and down the east coast of Connecticut. The east coast, like there's a coast.
There's Long Island Sound.
I guess so. From Pawcatuck up to Putnam, the Jewett City Savings Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC. McGuire Plumbing. Now, if you see the leprechaun on the truck, you know it's McGuire Plumbing.
You know it's McGuire Plumbing, and you know it's Jeff behind the wheel.
Yep. I think Melissa sometimes gets behind the wheel just to screw people up. It's not Jeff, it's me. All right, here we go. In the top of the second, Torrington up 3-0. Regala, the catcher, takes strike one.
So Jewett City needs to hold Torrington here, getting to the bottom of the second. They're going to be going with their number 5 batter.
That ball is out of play. Almost hit a service van, but, I'm sure they have insurance through Kevin Trahan.
And if they don't, they should.
Yeah, they probably should. Off-speed pitch inside, 1-2. And the ice cream man is gone. I'm bummed.
Oh, I see. He's on the other side.
I really can't get to him now. And now that's going to be a little poke.
That's going to drop.
And here comes Torrington again.
Right at the cut of the grass at third base. Regala on. So Torrington coming back in the second with their leadoff batter at first. No outs.
Here's Matt Hand, the left fielder. Strike one, right at the knees. And there was Regala, and the pitch is popped up, and that's going to drop.
Right out of Schultz's glove.
Yeah. There wasn't much. They got to give him a base hit on that. So they're finding little spots to drop baseballs right now.
So Torrington back to their game plan. Doing it with singles, moving the base runners around the base paths and scoring runs.
So we're back to the top of the order. Luca White, who had a base hit and scored one of the 3 Torrington runs. Strike one. Schultz not even holding on. Well, doesn't matter really.
No, with the runner at
not
second.
Going anywhere. Ball outside. So Odo having a little bit of trouble. He finished the game quite well, and he came out here in game number 3, and he's given up 6 hits, excuse me. And there's a long drive Hopkins underneath it, and he makes the catch.
Hopkins making it look easy out in the left field
Yeah,
today.
no kidding, huh? So one down for McCoy.
As a former outfielder, I have a soft spot in my heart for outfielders. That's your last line of defense out there.
So McCoy got on with a base hit and got to second on a fielder's choice. There's a plane. Hit the plane, you get a pizza party. It's going overhead right now. Swing and a miss. That was over his head.
That was a big hack by McCoy right there. Can't win it in the second.
That's a copter. There's a ball. One ball, two strikes. 2-2 in the dirt. That's very high.
Very
3-2. All right, got some people in the chat room. Gustavo says, let's go Torrington. Joanne McCoy, good luck Jewett City. And Victoria says, let's go Torrington. Ball 4, and the bases are loaded.
Missed the outside corner for ball 4. That will load the bases. So Torrington again here in the second, attacking.
Here's Tucciaroni. Had a base hit and scored.
And that missed the outside corner, ball 1. So really, Jewett City, if they could induce a ground ball and pull a double play here, get out of this inning without Torrington putting another run on the board, it's probably the best situation.
Odo's gonna need a punch out. There's a rocket that's in the hole. And one run is gonna score. Another base hit for Tucciaroni.
Just outside the reach of Ashton Goodwin at shortstop, and that will drive in a run. Your score now, Torrington 4, Jewett City 0.
Regala goes to third, McCoy to second, and Tucciaroni on first. Here's Dittel. And
he gets hit.
And another run's going to come in. Matt Hand will now score.
So the infield coming in. Andrew had looked to the dugout, and here comes Gary Ratcliffe, the manager for Jewett City, out to the mound.
5-0. And the bases are still going to be loaded, and there's only one out. So, I mean, let's look forward in case. Who does Jewett City have for available pitchers?
So they have a couple of available pitchers still in their bullpen. We could see a southpaw with Sam Gilgenbach coming out. We could see another southpaw with Patty Crowell coming out.
And just going to leave him in.
And Calvin's going to stay. Now, the thing with Odo is the pitches that he threw at the end of game 2 will count for his daily total. So his pitch count going into game 3 is going to be less than what you would expect with the normal 95 pitch.
It's in the dirt. 1-0. The infield is in for Jewett City. There's a strike. Delayed call there by the ump.
Delayed call on that strike call at the knees. There's a shot.
It's a base hit. And 1 run's going to score. 2 runs going to score. And this game is getting out of hand quickly. 7-0 Torrington in the second. McCoy and Tucciaroni both score. Detel over to third. And DiBaselli. And I think that's going to be all. That's going to be all for Odo.
Yeah, that'll do it for Odo in this game. Excellent job in game 2 to finish that out to get Jewett City the win.
Gilgenbach's getting the call.
There we go, going with the lefty. But yeah, no, Torrington's here, 7-0 in the second inning, only one out. And they're no stranger to mercying their opponents. The one thing during the state championship tournament that Jewett City's been able to do has been holding Torrington the less than 10 runs.
So the one thing that I'm curious about, I'm going to get your opinion, is that Torrington seems like they can hit up and down the lineup. They don't have any weak spots in their lineup. Everyone can hit the ball. So the question is do you think Jewett City can match up with that lineup?
Jewett City has the ability to match, and Jewett City, from what we've seen so far, it appears has a little bit more power than Torrington. But like you said, Torrington has solid hitters up and down the lineup, and they've been able to play this station-to-station baseball and get it done.
So we are in just the top of the second. 7-0 already, Torrington. Here in game number 3, this is the championship game for the 13, 14-year-old state championships. And like you had said, this is it. This is the as far as they're going to go. Either team.
The road ends here.
Yep. So this is their epic end. You know, whoever wins, whoever loses. Gilgenbach on the hill. It's the first time I've seen him pitch. I'm no stranger to his brother, Evan, who pitches
for the high school.
Yeah, so pitching is certainly in their blood. Evan is he's the number 1 for Grizzled High School.
He's the ace.
He is the ace, and it was really too bad he missed an entire year, because of COVID-19.
Mm-hmm.
So even as a freshman, he did quite well.
Right, and Sam is an incoming freshman.
Yeah. All right, so Gilgenbach on the hill. And here's Santana with 1 out. Runners on first and third. Here's the first pitch from Gilgenbach. And Detel is in a pickle, and they're going to get him. He's out at the plate, and all the way to third goes DiBaselli. So they erase Detel.
DiBaselli to third. The throwdown was cut off by the shortstop to go back to third, and they were able to get Detel in the pickle out at home.
So now there's 2 down. Try to get out of this inning, so just focus on Santana and then get out of this 4-run inning from Torrington. Here's a strike.
Strike right down the middle for Sam Gilgenbach.
Foul, 1-2. This kid in a year or two is going to shoot straight up.
You want to put an ice cream on that?
I do.
Okay.
I'm going to put an ice cream on that one. I say it gets to be about 5'10", 5'11". Swing and a miss, strike 3.
Threw the looping breaking pitch in there, got Santana swinging, and just like you said, got Jewett City out of the second inning. Their work is ahead of them.
Yeah, that's for sure. So let's see. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They've got 7 runs on 7 hits.
That's efficient baseball. We do have a little bit of business we have to get out of the way.
Just before we go into the bottom of the second. John Harden, tell them what they've won.
This Little League International Tournament game is presented by Streaming News and Sports Network.
Hold on. We gotta get Blue over here so they can hear that we're actually making this announcement. So nobody questions. Nobody questions it. So just lend us your ear. That's all we're asking. Lend us your ear. So we want to make sure that the officials are aware that we are making this announcement. Tell them what they've won, John.
This Little League International Tournament game is presented by Streaming News and Sports Network, SN Radio, under the authority of Little League Baseball and Softball, and may not be rebroadcast or retransmitted without the express written permission of Little League International, South Williamsport, Pennsylvania. Visit Little League online at www.littleleague.org.
Did we do that okay? Did he do that good? Yeah. It's official.
It's official.
And you did it with the theme from Rocky.
Oh, wow. I didn't even hear that before we started.
Yeah. All right. So let's see if you how is your music trivia?
Oh, nowhere near yours.
Okay. Now this was a #1 hit in like 77.
All right. So I was 3.
Did they even have headphones?
I did have a Walkman. I remember that. But I think I was 9 when I got that.
This is Bill Conti and his orchestra.
I knew that.
Yeah, sure you did.
No, I knew that one.
Yeah. Whatever. All right, here we go. In the bottom of the second, 7-zip Torrington with a big lead. Here's Calvin Odo, who moved to center field. All 7 runs charged to Odo. Batting against DiBaselli. Ball 1.
Really, Jewett City needing to score some runs here early to keep this game extended past the 4th inning.
Apparently yesterday when I was eating the ice cream, everybody could hear it.
Oh, like the noise you were making while you were eating it?
Yeah, I guess I was licking my chops pretty good. 3-0.
No, that was called a strike.
Okay. It even says 3-0 on the board.
Yep, faked us all out.
So they fooled us all.
So that'll now be 3-1. But I did notice you had less ice cream on your face than JJ did after his ice cream.
Well, in here, on the way here, I had cream cheese all over my face because I was wolfing down a bagel. And Odo ends up with a walk anyway.
Takes a pitch inside. Will trot down the first base.
Here's Brendan Hopkins, who is doing, I think, a great job out in left field. I mean,
doing what needs to get done out in left.
Yeah. Jewett City's got to get the bats going here. And Hopkins bounces one down the third baseline. Foul.
We'll re-rack them and try again.
You shoot pool?
I've been known to play a game or
Really?
two pool.
I'm awful at it. Absolutely terrible.
Oh, well, I'm not going to take anybody's money.
No, I'm awful at it. Swinging a foul tip into the mitt of Regala. Quickly 0-2 to Hopkins. W.J. Oconee coming up after him.
All the Jewett City players up at the fence.
There goes Odo. And it's a foul tip.
Another foul will bring Calvin back to first base. Regala not able to handle that one as it bounces foul.
Here's your other son. He has no ice cream in hand.
He doesn't need it.
What a surprise.
Probably going to take all my water.
I got you hooked up over here, man. I got some beverages for you if you need. That is in the dirt. Nice stop by Regala, but Odo's still going to go to second anyway.
Calvin Odo heading into second, standing up. No throw on the play. Jewett City with a runner in scoring position. No outs.
There's a grounder to first.
Prindle's going to
It's gonna
play
be
it.
a race. And Prindle's got him, but Odo does go to third.
And as I thought, my water supply is down one bottle.
Yeah, well, you know. That's what kids do, man.
They do.
They just suck the life out of us, don't they? No, that's not true. Swing and a miss. To Oconee. Oh, nice rip on that one.
Yeah, trying to get it done. We've got a runner 90 feet away. That'll be the first run for Jewett City.
I know somebody else named Oconee. I can't place it, though. Ball.
It is a Little League family.
Yeah, I can't remember his name. I'll remember it.
It'll come to us.
It will. I feel that he's close.
The fourth.
It's in the dirt again. Nice stop. Regala is definitely earning his paycheck today.
He is. And once again, we said it just a few moments ago. The catchers in this game have been doing a great job at blocking pitches in the dirt and pitches getting away to help save runs.
2-1. Strike two. And Oconee just kind of went, wow. I don't think he believed it.
It did look a little outside, but it must have caught the corner.
Swing and a miss, strike three. Oconee goes down swinging. So two down. And there's Caden Deskus.
It'll bring up Caden Big Bat Deskus.
Big Bat, huh? Is that his name? Is that his nickname?
That's what I'm calling him.
All right. They got to start hitting. Ball one.
Got to start hitting, got to start scoring.
DeBasilli is throwing a lot of pitches.
Right. The pitch count, we'll get an announcement after this half inning. But you're right.
There's the ball. So our first base coach over here, Sammy Violet.
Yes.
He's got the glasses on and the popsicle stick out his mouth. Joe Cool, that's what we're going to call him.
Joe Cool Violet.
Yeah. Just hanging out there.
He just looks right. There's something about him.
Yeah. I'm in charge here. 3-1. Jessica's taking all the way. Getting a lot of head shakes of no from both sides on the home plate ump today. High ball. Ooh. 4.
Held off on that one.
Did you see? He almost won.
That high pitch, it looked like it was going to be a swing. He said, nope, I hear those guys talking about me every day on the high pitch. I'm going to hold up.
Here's Patty Crowell.
So Jewett City runners on the corners. We got two outs.
Does Deskus go?
Oh, they'll move him over.
And the ball
got by him. Here comes Calvin.
Here comes
to the
Odo,
plate.
and he is going to be safe. And Jewett City's on the board. As soon as that ball got away, Odo broke.
Excellent base running by Calvin Odo there to get Jewett City on the board.
And Deskus moves up to second.
And just as you asked, he took off right after
He did, yeah. He committed right away, and he was gone. I think the signal came from
I think Calvin gave him the signal.
Mr. Cool Violet here with the cool glasses.
Oh, Mr. Violet?
Yeah. That's what I think. Got him at third.
Out at third.
As Deskus tried to get it down to third as the ball got away from Regala.
Yeah, Regala couldn't find it.
Yeah.
To Patty's credit, he was actually holding his hand up to Caden to not go because that ball was right at Regala's feet.
Yeah.
Caden committed, went into third, and they were able to throw him. Out.
So we have played 2.5. 7-1 Torrington. The Torrington, my scorebook is pretty marked up already.
A lot of filled in
Yeah.
diamonds on that page.
Yeah. So we got without any. We are going to have some alternates come in. Mason Carter swinging a bat right now. He played some first base yesterday, so it does make sense as he's going to be batting in Prindle's spot. So it looks like he's coming into the game.
And we got some Smash Mouth playing now.
Oh, yeah. So just trying to show you a stroke a little bit that you knew the name of a band.
Yeah,
what?
There you go. Hey, I can play this game too. But Mason Carter, we talked about it yesterday. He is a member of the National Junior Honor Society. And I tell him, keep that up. My niece was actually an academic All-American when she played softball in college. And that's something, your education, you can take with you forever.
Mm-hmm. Oh, motocross returns to Windsor.
Is that the same guy?
Maybe he's coming home from work. I don't know. So we are live from Windsor High School. Mike and John.
Ooh, let me center that up.
7-1.
Game 3, 13-14 state championship. This is it.
This is for all the cookies.
All the marbles. We have any more cliches?
I don't know. We'll go. Look at the Torrington kids are dancing. You know what? They're just kids.
They're kids, and they're playing all-star.
Yeah.
All of these kids are all-stars.
Yeah.
Won their districts.
There's Joey Wooten. He's dancing around.
Now, Wooten, they say he is the team, kind of jokester, keeping it light in the dugout.
Yeah, he's got a bat, too, so it looks like he's coming up as well. He's got a helmet on. So here we go at the bottom of the third. And Mason Carter, he's a big boy, very tall. He's about 7'6". How tall is he?
Oh, he's
5'10", 5'11", easy?
No, he's 6 foot.
Well, that's why Gilgenbach threw it high. He wanted to.
Yeah, the pitch was about 5'10".
Yeah. Popped up over our heads.
Into a strategically placed tree and then back into the Jewett City bullpen.
I swear to God, those trees are placed strategically.
Yep.
Because nothing gets hit.
No, it always hits the trees. It's amazing.
Outside 2-1. Gilgenbach can do his first full inning of work. 3-1.
Missed just low on that pitch.
Just a bit outside. I need that Bob Bucher soundbite, I'm telling you.
There we go. We got to find it.
3-1 from Sam Gilgenbach. Strike 2. Nice pitch.
Excellent pitch. Watched it all the way in and knew as soon as that crossed the plate, that was a strike to bring the count full.
Here's the 3-2, and there's a grounder. Oh, a wicked hop right over Oconey's head. And Hopkins has got to field it and send it back in. So Carter on the base hit to start the bottom of the third. And every inning, yeah, that kid's 6 foot. Easy.
Yeah, he's a big old boy.
So here's De La Cruz batting in Regala's spot. Anderson De La Cruz.
So De La Cruz has a brother that was also on his age group district all-star team.
Oh?
Yes. I know what that's like.
Now, do you just have two boys or?
Just the two boys, Andrew and JJ.
2-0.
That's enough. That's enough.
What, 2?
Yep.
You're done, huh? Swing and a miss. Got a good cut at that. I have 3.
You have 3.
Mm-hmm. But I don't know who the mothers are.
That's a different show.
Come on, think about it. It's obviously a joke. It's impossible. If you have 3 children, you know who the moms are.
Right.
Or the mom is.
I still think you should probably go down to Maury and get that checked out.
No, I'm good. That's right. I am not the mama. There's ball 4. De La Cruz gets a walk. So here comes Torrington again. First 2 runners on base. Carter on down to second. De La
On the
Cruz.
base hit to left, right.
And here's Wooten.
Now the third base umpire bringing the umpires in for a conference.
I think they're gonna. Are they talking to the coach? Or are they talking to a spectator?
They said coach. And the Torrington manager is walking behind home plate inside the fenced area.
What is the discrepancy?
Not exactly sure what it would be. He's had his first 2 batters up, one with a single to left on the hop above W.J. Oconee, and then the walk to De La Cruz to put him on first.
Here's Joey Wooten. So he's the team clown, you said, the Joker.
He's the jokester.
Woot woot. Ball 1 high. Joey Wooten, number 7.
Push off and drive.
Swing and a miss. Well, excuse me, fouled off. 1-1.
Went after that high pitch there.
I always had a hard time. Well, come on. I'm just going to wear a sign that said I swung at the high fastball. Because I've said it ad nauseum.
Oh, bring them up close.
Huh. 2-1.
Inside pitch called a ball.
This ump seems to have a very limited strike zone compared to the others that we have seen.
It's a very tight strike zone. There's another pitch that misses to the outside. Ball 3.
3-1.
That one's a strike. He looked around the catcher, I guess, to make sure that ball crossed the plate. I don't know. That'll bring the count full.
3-2.
But we had talked about it in sectional play.
Yeah. Here's a high hopper. They're going to go over to first, and no one is going to be out. Everyone's going to be safe.
Safe across the board.
Wooten runs it out, hustles down, and gets an infield single.
That's why you run. But no, we had talked about strike zones in the sectional tournament, that there's 3 strike zones in a baseball game. There's the rule book, there's the batter strike zone, then there's the umpire strike zone. But really the only one that counts is that umpire strike zone, and you have to be able to adjust to that.
So we just had some information. De La Cruz for Torrington had 2 younger brothers on all-star teams, 12U and 11U. Fouled back.
That's fantastic, and congratulations to the De La Cruz family.
Yeah, that's awesome. Obviously, a whole house full of all-stars and athletes. Hate to see their grocery bill. 0-1 to count to Luca White with the bases loaded. Strike 2. So this one seems to like the high pitch.
They do. And it's not unusual, especially at these age groups, that, most batters probably like the higher pitch because it just looks so good coming in.
1-2. That ball was a little high and outside. Is that a curveball that didn't break? Is that what it is? Fouled off. Luca White protecting the plate. He's been up twice already. Base hit and scored a run to lead off the game. And then he flew out to Hopkins and left. 0-2. 1-2. And there's a line drive over the leap of Crowell. 1 run is in. 1 run is in. 8-1. Torrington as Mason Carter comes in to score.
So Torrington doing it again, playing their game. Singles, moving base runners over, scoring runs. Jewett City's been unable to answer.
So De La Cruz to third, Wooten to second, and Luca White on first. And here's Jack McCoy. Here's a fly ball. Hopkins underneath it, and they are tagging. And here comes the play at the plate. The throw is off to the right-hand side, 9-1 Torrington, as Regala comes in.
So McCoy getting done what he needed to get done with the sac fly there to left field. Brendan Hopkins once again making a play in left.
And here's Tucciarone, 2 for 2. Couple of RBIs, scored 2 runs. He hasn't done much. Obviously, that's a joke.
No, absolutely. He's quite a ball player.
Smell that? That was sarcasm. 0-1. He's another big kid.
I'll have to look at my notes, but there was one of these Torrington players that has grown like 8 inches in the last year.
0-2. Gilgenbach looking to get out of this inning. And they got to call a balk on Gilgenbach.
Balk call on Gilgenbach. That will move the runners over to second and third.
Blue says that he moved his hips. So, second and third, 2 outs. Popped up, out of play. So the umpire was explaining it to the manager of Jewett City that he moved his hips.
After he came set.
Yeah. That ball is very high, which would make me a great pitcher because I can't move my hips. I'm a horrible dancer.
Well, you'll have to hook up with Wooten.
Yeah, he's the cool guy. He was dancing a jig over there. There's a fly ball. Odo going back, but underneath it makes the catch for the. I thought that was 1 out. So there's the second out.
Second out. Tag up at third. We'll bring in another Torrington run. 10-1 here in the top of the third inning.
So 3 in the first, 4 in the second, 3 in the third. And now we're getting into dangerous territory. I think they're going to go ahead and appeal. Safe. We're getting into dangerous territory with the score.
Right, because right now Torrington's at 10 here in the third. Jewett City at 1, so there's a 9-run differential between the scores. But once you get through that 4th inning.
There's a fly ball. Hopkins is underneath it, and makes the catch. That kid really impresses me out there in left field.
Played a fantastic left field. Doing exactly what they need him to do out there. Making the catches, making the plays, getting the ball back to the infield. And getting Jewett City out of that third inning with that catch.
Absolutely.
But no, the fourth inning, and we complete the fourth inning. That's an official game.
Yeah.
And I did glance down at my notes. Logan Touch Your Own Knee is the one that has grown 8 inches in the past year. Those pants actually started out as long pants, and they're now at the knee.
So I'm just gonna go ahead and put it out there, and John, you're aware of this, and so am I. The sponsors that we have mentioned in this game really were sponsors from the first 2 games. We're doing this on our own today.
This is our dime.
So, we put it out there that, if any of the folks, that you're, if you're a fan of the broadcast or you appreciate the game that we're bringing to you today, it's very easy to make a donation to SNSN Radio at SNSN-Radio on Venmo. We would certainly appreciate it, but we're doing it for the kids.
The kids, and absolutely, it's been the generosity of our sponsors throughout this tournament
and the
season.
parents. Parents. I'm telling you,
that's actually what started bringing the 13-14s to the broadcast.
Yeah. So Torrington folks, if you appreciate it, we would, if you feel worthy. I mean, of course, it's not necessary, but we would certainly appreciate if you could afford a donation to SNSN Radio on Venmo at SNSN-Radio. It's on the banner underneath on the screen right now. We would appreciate it. It's like a John a cheeseburger or something.
A cheeseburger.
Let's go to Whataburger or something.
Whataburger. Hey, there we go.
They don't even have a Whataburger around here.
No, Whataburger's all over the place back home.
I've never been to a Whataburger.
Oh, you got to get a Whataburger and get it with jalapenos.
Are they in Florida?
Oh, I don't know.
Because we're going to Florida next week, so. All right, here we go. It's the
bottom of the third.
Strike one to Crowell, who was up when Deskus got caught stealing at third or coming home. And there's a bouncer right over to Carter. He takes it. 1 down.
Yeah, it was the throw down to third that got Deskus to end that inning with Patty at the plate.
So, of course, when that runner or that batter is up and somebody gets tossed on the base pass, that batter comes right back. Here's Schultz, leadoff hitter. Bounced back to the mound first time up.
That pitch just misses. Ball 1.
Over his head. 2-0.
So Jewett City here in the bottom of the third needs to put some more runs on the board to shrink that run differential so we can continue this game beyond the 4th inning.
Well, it's still out of reach. I mean, 10-1 is still within. It's 10 runs, isn't it?
10 between.
Right. So it's 10-1. So it's a 9. So there's
it's
a
9 right now.
Yeah.
But you wouldn't want to go into the 4th inning with 9 runs already up.
Took the 3-0 and got a called strike. So 3 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Bottom of the third, 10-1 Torrington. DiBaselli in complete control of this game. Fouled back, full count. Had hit a bleacher in the mezzanine section.
Pretty nice crowd up in the bleachers today.
Yeah. Pretty nice crowd watching on the stream, too. Three and two, 1 out. And there's a bounce to the third. On over the first. The stretch by Carter. Nice stretch, and they get him. 2 down. Here's Gilgenbach.
Yeah, that throw was right on line from the third baseman into Carter here at first for the second out.
So Gilgenbach coming to the plate, bounced to second his first time up. 0 for 1. Ball 1 inside. See, even that, I'm not sure where it missed.
Well, it straightened out Sam's leg, so I'm saying that had to miss inside. But it couldn't have been that far inside.
2-0. Jewett City having a hard time getting things started here in game number 3.
Right, Jewett City coming out and finishing out game 2 strong to take us to game 3. But like you said, here in game 3, the state championship game, it's been Torrington on the offense.
Mm-hmm. Strike. I think they're having trouble with the scoreboard again. It says inning number 4 when it's inning number 3. Ball in the dirt, and Gilgenbach gets a walk.
So Jewett City with a base runner here in the bottom of the third. 2 outs.
Here's a good one. Goodwin walked as well in the first. Was stranded on second. There's the ball high.
With some of the looks we've seen from some of the Jewett City batters, it seems like there may be a little bit of confusion on where the pitches are being located and called across the plate.
Popped up. It's playable. Carter underneath it makes the catch. And Jewett City goes down once again. So we have played 3 complete innings. 10-1 Torrington. So Jewett City, let's see. Well, DiBaselli's pitching a no-hitter.
Wow, no-hitter through 3.
Yep.
Well, so no, Jewett City coming in here, top of the 4th. They need to hold Torrington to 10 and then come back in the bottom of the 4th. We've said it last couple of innings and put some additional runs on the board.
So I don't know what happened. I mean, at the end of game number 2, Jewett City came in. They were all pumped up. They were scoring runs. They were hitting the ball. And then all of a sudden, bats have gone dead.
Right. Once again, the bats went quiet for Jewett City. They came on like gangbusters to finish out game 2. But just not being able to put anything together here in game 3 offensively. And now we're at that point in the day where that sun is right at the mound. You can tell with the warm-up pitches, with the throwbacks from the catcher, that Sam's having a hard time seeing that ball as it comes back.
The infielders are too.
Right.
So in the 4th inning here for Torrington, you got DiBaselli, Santana, and Carter. That's if Carter remains in the ball game, and if not Carter, then it'll be Aiden Prindle. Gilgenbach going into his 2nd inning of work. 7 runs charged to Odo, 3 charged to Gilgenbach. It hasn't been clear sailing for Jewett City today.
No, Jewett City's going to have to battle. They're going to have to start that right now.
DiVaselli looks at strike one. You're right, that sun is coming right in. Odo is already, he's blocking his eyes. Foul ball down the third base line.
Right, it'll be interesting to see with any batted balls how the defense reacts to it.
Yeah. So Torrington definitely playing their game here. You know, single here.
Single here,
there.
single there, move
Yep.
the base runners over, tagging up.
Yep. 1-2.
We said it yesterday. They're a well-rounded ball club.
Very much so. I agree. One and two to DiBaselli. There's a pop fly. Hopkins is underneath it. Makes the catch.
Makes the catch again.
He's made 3 of the last 4 putouts out in left field. Here's Santana, who popped up. Well, actually, he lined out to Goodwin. The diving stab.
Right, the fantastic diving play by Ashton Goodwin at short, because that was a rocket coming off Santana's bat.
And then he struck out his last time up. So Gilgenbach is going to need a good clean inning here. 1-1, fouled at the plate.
Little half swing single into left field for Santana. Hopkins gets the ball back into Goodwin.
See what I mean? They just keep going for the top of the order.
Yeah, doing what needs to get done, not trying to get out of their game, not trying to do anything to jeopardize this championship opportunity.
Nice little move by Gilgenbach.
Yeah, nice check down to Santana at first. You know, benefit of a lefty.
So it is Carter that is at the plate. Oh, they're going to get him picked off here. Santana in a pickle.
They caught him.
And he's back safe because nobody was covering first.
Right. Both the pitcher and catcher for Jewett City were heading over, but didn't get there in time before Santana got back.
So Santana gets a second life. Told you it's a pretty good move over there by Gilgenbach. And Santana's going anyway. And here's
Throw
the
down
throw.
the second in time.
They got him. And they're going to call time. Oh, I thought they called him out. They did.
They did. They called him out. Throw out by Andrew Harden at catcher to get Santana at second base. So they didn't get him at first, but they got him at second.
So 2 down. And there's a line shot to Odo, and that's going to be over his head. And Carter coming into second, and he's going to be just safe.
Be in with the stand-up double.
So nice rocket there by Mason Carter. Carter's 2 for 2. And that right there saved a run. They're going to get a pinch runner for Carter.
It looked like Calvin got a little bit of a late jump on that ball, hit the center field, and it may be the sun that played a role in that. But this will be Prindle coming back in his spot
Yep.
to take second base.
As a pinch runner, so. Number 99. Hit that one a ways.
So Gilgenbach from the stretch.
Here's Regala. It's De La Cruz, excuse me. 2 down. Here's a ground ball over to Crowell and right between the wickets. And they're going to send home the runner. Here's the throw, and he's safe. 11-1.
Misplayed at second base. Torrington brings the runner home, and they score the run. That'll give Torrington 11.
So here's a little perspective for you. When we were talking earlier how Torrington is solid 1 through 9, 6 runs scored from the 7, 8, 9 hole.
Wow. Hey, any coach would take that.
Yeah. Here's Joey Wooten. Here's a foul ball.
You can get that type of production in the bottom of your order. I think that says something about this ball club. And getting production from their reserve players off the bench.
Ball's high and outside. They're going to throw back down to first.
Yeah, quick throw to first. De La Cruz just gets back.
And De La Cruz calls time as Schultz slapped on a late tag. So is it 10 runs after 4 or 15 runs after 4?
10 after 4.
10 after 4. Okay. And we're at that threshold right now.
Time called by the home plate umpire. So we're at the 10-run threshold here in the top of the 4th. So Jewett City has to score a run here in the bottom half of this inning.
Minimum. Swing and a miss. And Gilgenbach gets him.
Sam with the swinging strike 3 to get Jewett City out of that inning. I believe the hit and run was on.
Yeah. Okay. So here we go. To the bottom. I thought they were going to play Don't Stop Believing.
No.
Oh, no. It's Dropkick Murphys.
Right. We've heard this before. Oh, stop bringing it back.
Just had somebody say, giving a shout out to Joey Wooten, says put in some awesome effort on this team, and it's paid off.
No doubt.
So Crystal wants to know who won yesterday's game. Well, nobody.
Yesterday's game was actually completed this evening.
Today.
And Jewett City took game 2 to bring us here to game 3.
I did my sports report on the radio this morning, and it was like, it's do or die for Jewett City. So did they lose? No. Did they win? Well, no.
No. Wrap it up, bring it back tomorrow.
God, I almost thought it was the Rapture yesterday, for crying out loud. The way
that storm came in, no joke. That wind picked up. We were actually holding the tent. It had stakes in the ground, but the wind kept pulling them up.
I know. You just said steaks. Now I'm hungry. Ice cream man's not here. Nobody's making steaks. What the heck?
No.
All right, so 10 after 4, right? 10 after 5.
10 after 5 from the
Okay.
first base umpire.
All right, so there we go. So DiBaselli and Harden ropes a base hit into left field to start it off here in the bottom of the 4th for Jewett City. That is the very first hit in this game for Jewett City.
And what a time to start getting hits for Jewett City.
Here's Calvin Odo. So they had one run on no hits. They kind of manufactured that run.
But haven't been able to do anything since then.
Yeah. And there goes Harden and gets in there safely.
So I'm going to have to keep notes because we have all these different age divisions and the rules are similar, but they change. So we were calling 10 after 4. First base umpire tells us 10 after 5.
Well, because we play 7 innings, not 6. So it ain't over till it's over. And we learned that how many times in these tournaments. 3-1. And Harden on his way to third, and he's safe.
Gets under the throw and the tag at third. So Jewett City has a base runner on third base looking to score that second run of this ball game.
And Hopkins is saying he's so speedy. And there's a foul ball down the left field line.
Yeah, I don't think anybody would accuse Andrew of being the fastest player on the ball club. But he's been able to get himself to third base.
Mm-hmm. I would need a walker. And Odo gets a walk. So the first 2 runners on for Jewett City. They have first and third.
No, we've got.
And now it's second and third as Odo. They're making a little bit of stuff happen with the base pass. And Odo gets to second.
Thought he might catch DiBaselli sleeping at the mound when he got the walk. Started to run, caught his attention. But then, hey, there's Andrew at third base. Let's go look at him. And Calvin able to get into second base. Runners on second and third for Jewett City here in the bottom of the 4th. No outs.
Here's Ryan Webster, his first time up today. Ball inside.
So Jewett City showing some life here.
Strike 1. Webster will probably go into left field in the top of the 5th.
And it looks like we'll be seeing Sammy Violette come up this thing.
That ball is high. And I think DiBaselli is starting to tire a little bit because he's getting the ball up a lot.
The ball is missing high in this inning.
3-0. He's having a hard time finding the plate as well.
So that was a question we had going into this game is how deep is Torrington pitching?
Do they bring in Santana?
He should be eligible.
He would be eligible, I would think. Swing and a miss. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. 1 down.
Right, and Jewett City sitting with still a couple of pitchers available to him this game.
Here's Jackson Fleming.
The only pitchers not available for Jewett City are the pitchers that you've already seen in the ballgame.
And there's going to be a shot into right field. That's going to drop for a base hit. 1 run is going to score, and Fleming gets an RBI single.
Coming off the bench with the RBI single.
Harden scores the second Jewett City run, and that's the second hit for Jewett City.
And they've both come in this inning.
Yeah. Moves Odo to third.
And as predicted, Sammy Violet at the plate.
He's not wearing the glasses. Not wearing the sunglasses.
Or the popsicle stick.
Oh, my goodness. And the runner is going, and he's going to be safe. And Odo is caught up again, but they called him out.
Called him out at the plate. There may be a question on that one. I thought his foot got in under the tag. Doesn't look like Jewett City's challenging that call.
All right, he's calling time. Ratcliffe's looking for a second opinion on this one right here. It did look like he got the foot in. I think Ratcliffe is trying to tell him to put the runner back on third.
So we do have the umpires coming in.
They are going to go ahead so now they're claiming that it's possible that it's an obstruction call.
Well, they did point down to third.
Yeah.
So lots of interesting calls in the past couple of games, and all of them happening at third base.
Yeah. They're still calling him out.
So the call will stand. 2 outs. Runner at second base for Jewett City. Sammy Violet at the plate. But Jewett City able to score another run this inning, making the score 11-2.
The ball is swung on and missed. 1-1. Ball outside.
Both those pitches from Divaselli having some heat on them.
Yeah. 11-2 is your score in the bottom of the fourth. There's a strike, 2-2. There's the pitch in the dirt. Nice stop by the Torrington catcher. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down. Fleming will be off with the pitch. Well, maybe not. Ball 4.
Ball 4 puts Violet at first. Runners on first and second for Jewett City. I believe it's Derek Barber coming to the plate.
Derek Barber in for Crowell. So runners on first and second, still 2 down. This is the first time up for Derek. Ball is high. So you got Fleming on second, Violet on first. 2-0.
So let's see if Jewett City can turn the order over here in the fourth inning.
Foul back.
So maybe a combination of Jewett City finally getting the time up. Divaselli fatiguing a little bit. They are warming up a pitcher in the bullpen on the other side.
It almost hit him.
Barber spinning out of the way on that one.
3-1. Ball 4, and the bases are loaded for Schultz.
Bases loaded for Jewett City. Colin Schultz, the leadoff batter, coming to the plate. Manager for Torrington, Joey McCoy, coming to the mound.
The infield coming into the mound to have a little discussion. So 2 down. Jewett City. Here's the quote unquote mercy rule. It's the team leading by 10 after 5 innings of play.
Correct. So just like we had in the previous inning, Jewett City holding Torrington to 9-run lead.
Yeah. So DiBaselli still on the hill for Colin Schultz with the bases loaded. That's ball 1 high. Again, DiBaselli throwing a lot of pitches.
Torrington still warming up in the bullpen.
Here's a strike. 1-1.
So I'm believing this is probably DiBaselli's last inning.
There's a grounder, little nubber, and they're going to go to first, and they make the play for the out.
So Jewett City starting to attack, and Torrington able to get out of that inning before any more damage was done. We're going into the 5th. Your score, Torrington 11, Jewett City 2. So it is number 15 for Torrington that's warming up in the Torrington
I'm
bullpen.
looking for number 15.
That's Aiden Prindle.
It is Prindle. I thought he was.
He is actually the only, we had talked about it yesterday, there's only
Prindle,
one
yeah.
13-year-old on the Torrington team, and it is Prindle. And he is another member of the P38 U15 American Legion team.
Yep, he's throwing in the bullpen right now.
So Sam Gilgenbach coming back to the mound for Jewett City. Looks like we'll be seeing a new pitcher for Torrington in the bottom of the 5th inning.
This is imperative that Gilgenbach and Jewett City hold them. Torrington has scored in every inning. 3 in the first, 4 in the second, 3 in the third, and 1 in the 4th.
Well, they're due for a no-score inning here. They're going down.
And then Luca White, Jack McCoy, and Tucciaroni are the scheduled batters for Torrington.
But it seems like, Mike, every inning this game 3, we've said this is imperative for Jewett City. That Jewett City has to do this. They've been playing catch-up ever since the top of the 1st.
Yeah.
Torrington with a quick lead the beginning of this game. Jewett City starting to make an attack there in the previous half inning, but Torrington able to get out of it.
They're just having a hard time stringing things together this game, I've noticed.
Correct.
Okay, here's Luca White back to the top of the order. Luca with a base hit in the first, scored a run. Base hit in the third, and he flied out to Hopkins and left in the second. So he's 2 for 3. 11-2, Torrington. Top of the 5th. Strike one.
So do you think Luca White has ever uttered the words, "My name is Luca"?
I bet you he has. If my name was Luca, I would be doing it. Fouled at the plate.
And where does he live?
Please don't tell me he lives on the 2nd floor. That's not even right.
All right.
You know, there's an interesting story about that song by Suzanne Vega. There's a almost caught by Goodwin, and White's on for the 3rd time.
3rd time today with a shot in the left
Yeah.
field just past the glove of Ashton Goodwin at short. So Torrington again with a lead-off runner at first.
Every inning they've had the leadoff batter on. So here's McCoy, who is 1 for 2. Base hit in the first, scored a run in the second when he walked, and he flew out to Hopkins. And left. So anyway, the song Luca by Suzanne Vega.
Yes.
We know about what the song is about. Do you not?
I do not know.
Okay. The song, it's a very, very powerful song. If you don't know what the song means, it's about child abuse.
Mm.
And Luca was actually just a kid that was on the playground when Suzanne Vega was writing the song. He wasn't the actual, she just liked the name. So
it is an interesting name.
Yeah, it's a cool name. And Luca takes off for second, and he's going to be safe, and the ball goes into center field because Goodwin couldn't see it.
No, you saw him shield his eyes with his glove right there as the ball was coming in. That ball got into center field. Calvin Otto able to field it and get it back in. So no further advancement by Luca White. But Luca White is now in scoring position.
And if you look at the Torrington team, they don't stop. They don't quit.
There's been no quit.
No,
this Torrington
they just
team.
keep coming and coming and coming. 2-0 to McCoy. And there's a line drive right to Odo, but it's going to drop for a base hit. And they're going to throw to third, and he's safe. And McCoy is going to go to second, and he's going to be in there. So now, second and third, just like they've been doing all game. Nobody out.
No outs, runners in scoring position for Torrington. Excellent throw by Calvin Otto from center field to third base. It was there in time, just a little bit offline.
Here's Tucciaroni. Nobody out, runners on second and third, and that Sun is playing havoc right now. Foul back.
We had discussed it, how the Sun was going to affect the defense as it's starting to set, but right now it's coming right into the Jewett City defense's eyes.
There's a bouncer. That's going to be foul. 0-2. (11-2) the score. Top of the fifth.
There's definitely a little bit of a different energy level here in Game 3 than there was at the end of Game 2 just prior to this game. It's almost like the seriousness and the levity of the game, even the fans are feeling it.
One and two. Bounce to third. Oconee couldn't get it. And a run scores. Luca White comes across with the 12th Torrington run.
So a little bit of bobble at third base by Oconee, unable to make the play. White able to score. Now runners first and second for Torrington.
Still nobody out.
No outs.
And here's Dotel. There's a high fly ball into left center. That's going to be trouble.
That was fair.
And it is fair. And everybody's going to hold up with the bases loaded. And they're just teeing off.
So bases loaded for Torrington here in the top of the fifth. No outs. Score 12-2, so we're at that 10-run threshold. Jewett City infield coming in for the play at the plate.
Here's they're going to tag. Here's the throw, the play at the plate. And he's saved. DiBaselli gets the sac fly.
So Hopkins with the catch in left, throws it in for the relay into Ashton Goodwin. Ashton Goodwin fires it home, and it's just off the glove of Andrew, and Torrington's able to score that 13th run.
Now they're really putting the pressure on Jewett City. So there's only one out and still a runner on third. Here's Santana.
So the question is, how does Jewett to this?
The only thing you can do, get out of the inning and score runs. Nice stop by Drew. As we have runners on second and third. Two balls, no strikes. Two and one. This has been all Torrington today in game number 3.
Definitely all Torrington here in game 3. And we had talked about they're playing their game.
Yeah.
You know, they have hit some deep balls to left field in this
Absolutely.
inning. But
And they say that he got hit, and now the bases are loaded.
so Santana reaching first base on a hit by pitch. That'll load the bases again for Torrington here in the top of the fifth. Still one out, scores 13-2. And Prindle coming back in the bat.
Looks like Prindle's going to be the pitcher coming in the bottom of the fifth. There's a pop-up. It's going to be foul and out of play.
So, yeah, we saw Prindle warming up in the bullpen for Torrington in the previous inning. So we're expecting him to come in, and he's going to want to just shut Jewett City down and close this ball game out. Called strike. That should be strike 2 on Prindle. Pitch missed outside.
I got nothing.
Count is 2-2. Bases loaded. One out.
And they're going to go home with the play. And they got the force.
Force at home. Heads up play by Ashton Goodwin throwing home. Harden with his foot on home plate to get the force. 2 outs. No additional runs scored. But the bases are still loaded.
Yep. So 2 down is Colt Regala. back into the ball game.
No, that's still De La Cruz.
Santana? Oh, it is. They said Regala. But it is De La Cruz. Oh, strike one. Fouled off, strike two. So let's look ahead to the bottom of the fifth inning. So Jewett City's down 13-2. The mercy rule is 10 after 5. So if Torrington maintains a 10-run lead after 5 innings, it's over.
It's over.
And that'll be that.
But Jewett City's coming to the plate in the bottom of the fifth with their 2, 3, 4 batters.
Swing and a miss. And they're going to go to first, and it
It
hits
hits
him.
De La Cruz.
So he's safe, and a run will score. 14-2.
So Jewett City with its work cut out for them going into the bottom of the fifth.
So they're going to need at this point right now, a minimum of 3.
Minimum of 3 to continue the game.
Continue the game, yeah. Here's Matt Hand. Two down. Bases are still loaded. And time is called.
Home plate umpires walking towards the Jewett City dugout.
I think he thought that Ratcliffe was trying to get his attention. All Torrington. Swing and a miss.
And it's been amazing through the 3 games.
Yeah.
What Torrington's been able to do with 2 outs.
Yep.
Here we are again, top of the fifth, bases loaded, 2 outs.
Here's a ball. One is the count. 2-1.
Right, Jewett City just needs to shut it down right here, get out of this inning, and then come back and get the bats going in the bottom of the fifth.
And there's a base hit. 2 runs are going to score. 16-2 Torrington. They are putting this away without a shadow of a doubt.
So 2-run RBI single by Hand, who's now standing at first base. De La Cruz over to second. Third base is open. But Torrington continuing.
So they've batted around. And Luca White, who led off with a base hit, is batting again. (16-2).
Pitch outside, ball 1. So Torrington still continuing to produce runs off singles. And that pitch misses outside, ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes, 2 outs, runners first and second. Luca White at the plate. Jewett City desperately seeking that 3rd out so they can get out of the 5th. And Jewett City will get the 4th out at second to end the inning. 6-4 on that put out. So now Jewett City's going to have to score 5 runs.
They have to get 5 runs to stay alive in this game.
13-14, State of Connecticut state championship on the line. Right now, Torrington in the driver's seat. And as we predicted, Prindle is on the mound.
So coming up here in the bottom of the fifth, Sam Gilgenbach, Ashton Goodwin, Andrew Harden.
Parents, friends of both teams onto the field for the post-game award ceremony right after the game.
And I don't think you announced that in the bottom of the fifth.
Well, I was
That
going to
was
say that's an
interesting.
interesting announcement made by the stadium PA announcer here in the bottom of the fifth inning. They're saying, you know, for the presentation of the championship after the completion of this game. I think an assumption may have been made right there, a little preemptive with that announcement.
So Prindle on the mound, trying to close it out for Torrington as they are up 16-2.
So we'll get to see Prindle on the mound for Torrington. He is, like we stated before, the only 13-year-old on this Torrington All-Star team.
Yeah.
Very senior Torrington team. We had talked about they have 6 returning members from last year's state championship team. They have several members of this team that play Legion ball.
Okie dokie, here we go. It's a beautiful day, too. Beautiful day for baseball.
This has probably been the best of the 3
Yeah.
days for a game.
Yeah, it's just been very comfortable. You know, we're watching, 2 very good teams playing ball. And here we go, 16-2. Jewett City needs 5.
Ball inside on the first pitch to
5
Sam
to
Gilgenbach.
stay alive.
Johnny 5 alive.
There's a strike on the outside corner, 1-1.
So really at this point, Jewett City needs to attack strike pitches.
Ball 2.
With potentially 2 innings left in this game, getting deep into Prindle's pitch count's really not going to do you any good.
2-2. I think they have somebody completely different running the scoreboard today. 3-2.
Full count to Gilgenbach. Yeah, it's been a little bit interesting. You know, the balls and strikes will catch up.
Hit him. And he's going to get a free pass. He is hustling down to first. And he's going well into right field.
Well down the baseline into right field.
He's not getting cheated on that one.
Now warming those legs up. He took off.
He took off, man.
Run, Forrest. Oh. Ball got away from Regala right there. Sam thought about going to second, but then just came back to first base.
So here's Goodwin. Nobody out. Gilgenbach on first. Ball outside, 2-0.
So Jewett City needing to put something together here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Coin toss is really going to play a difference in today's game for game 3, giving Jewett City this at bat.
Here's the ball.
Jewett City being the away team for both games 1 and 2. Home team here in game 3. Bottom of the 5th, Jewett City needs 5.
3-0 to Ashton Goodwin. There's a strike. And Gilgenbach got caught sleeping.
Got sleeping at first base. Tagged out number 1. Jewett City on their last 2 outs. Can't fall asleep on the base paths.
Not when you need 5. And Goodwin is on first.
So now without a runner on first and second for Jewett City, now only a runner on first.
So it's 1 down. Runner on first. Here's Drew Harden, the catcher.
McCoy coming to talk to Prindle at the mound. McCoy, the second baseman.
That son is still playing havoc. A lot of the kids are still shielding themselves.
Right, you see the middle infielders for Torrington shielding their eyes with their hands or their gloves.
Yep. Goodwin thought about it, but came back. 1-1. So Goodwin's one of the ones that are going to be going to high school next year, as well as Drew.
Yeah, absolutely. Both Goodwin and Harden are incoming freshmen to the high school. That last pitch was called a strike.
Drew is 1 for 2 and a run scored.
Needs to go 2 for 3 right here. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runner at first.
We saw him go yard against Pawcatuck.
Yes, we did. He turned on that one, sent it foul. Count remains 2-2. Yeah, that's what I was saying about the Jewett City team. They have some power. Ashton Goodwin, who's now standing at first base, has gone yard.
Mm-hmm.
Andrew, like you just stated, went yard.
2-2. He's going this time, but it's fouled right down past Ratcliffe.
But a home run in this situation wouldn't help Jewett City out. They just need to get base hits, get base runners, take a page out of Torrington's playbook, and score some runs.
2-2. 3-2. So Prindle having a hard time finding the plate. But you don't want Jewett City to take themselves out of the ball game either. It's going again. There's a little roller. It's going to be a fair ball. Everyone's going to be safe. He would have beat that out anyway. So there you go. 2 for 3 for Harden.
Ball was dribbling down the baseline. Torrington came in to play it. But like you said, Harden was probably going to beat that one out anyway if the play was made and the throw came over to first. You now have runners first and second for Jewett City. 1 out. Calvin Odo at the plate.
Ball 1. Now I'm watching Goodwin bouncing off a second over there. I don't know if you want to get silly all the way out there. You don't want to get picked off, especially when you're down 5.
Right. No, that's what I was going to say just a couple of moments ago is Jewett City's being a little bit more conservative on the bases than they had in previous innings, and I think it's exactly for what you said. You want to preserve your base runners because those are potential runs scored.
1-2 to Odo.
I'm thinking that strike zone's expanded a little bit here in the bottom of the 5th.
And there's a fly ball into right field. And nobody's going to get it. And the runners are going to move. And what's going to happen is that everyone's going to be safe, but the bases are going to be loaded because they didn't know if they could advance or not.
They had the hold up being less than 2 outs. Both Goodwin and Harden holding up at their bases. The ball able to fall to the ground for a base hit for Odo. But then Ashton and Andrew had to get on their horses and make it to second and third.
So bases are loaded for Ryan Webster, who struck out last time up.
So Webster coming back to the plate. Bases loaded for Jewett City. Takes a pitch high from Prindle. So once again, Jewett City making a charge. But can we get these runs across the plate?
Strike. Bases loaded, 1 out. Swing and a miss, strike 2, 1-2. Ryan has a brother named Nolan. Plays for Grizzle High School. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 down.
Jewett City down to their last out.
Here's Fleming.
Jackson Fleming at the plate. Bases loaded. 2 outs. Bottom of the 5th. Jewett City needs 5 to continue this ball game.
Strike 1. (16-2). 0-2. 0-1 the count. Maybe I was prophetic. 0-2.
0-2 on Fleming.
Fleming down. Here's Prindle. Here's the pitch for the championship. And there's a base hit into left center field. And we continue. 2 runs are going to score. 16-4.
2 out. 2-run RBI by Jackson Fleming. Runners at first and second. There's still life in Jewett City here in this state championship game.
That brings the tying run to the plate. Or not the tying run, but the run that will continue.
To continue the game.
And that's Sammy Violet, who walked. Swing and a miss. So Jewett City was down to their last strike, but Fleming roped a 2-run single to keep it going. Strike 2.
2-run single right into shallow left center field, keeping Jewett City alive here in the state championship game.
Prindle from the stretch for the championship, and it hit him. And the bases are loaded again.
Bases loaded with Jewett City. Patty Crowell coming to the plate. This game's not over.
Here's Crowell. No pitch. So Prindle was ready to throw.
Home plate umpire was not in his position behind the plate, so the third base umpire calling time.
Strike 1 to Crowell. So Jewett City's been down to their final strike twice, and they still breathe. And there's a shot to center field. And that's going to do it. Your state champions, Torrington, with a 16-4 victory.
Commanding victory by Torrington here in Game 3. They were in control since the very beginning.
Yeah.
So Torrington with back-to-back state championships at the 13-14 level.
They do go back-to-back. Congratulations to Torrington, your 13-14 state champions for 2021. Great ball club. You can't dispute it. I wouldn't want to dispute it. These kids were solid, not just 1 through 9, but really on the bench too. The alternates were great. I mean, if you look at the numbers, I mean, so 6, 7, 8, 9. The 6, 7, 8, 9 hitters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 runs.
half the runs
Half
that
the
Torrington
runs.
scored today came from their 6, 7, 8, 9.
Okay, let's go a little deeper. How about 7, 8, 9? 7. 7 runs from these 7, 8, 9 hitters. You're not going to lose if you're getting that kind of production out of the bottom 3 of your lineup.
Bottom 3 of your lineup, putting up 7 runs. And that's where we were substituting in. So they've got the same guys coming in off the bench with their reserve players performing. And like you said, you're not going to lose if you get that type of offensive production.
Yeah, and they got it. They got it in game number 1. They were getting it up and down the lineup. I mean, they just kept coming and coming and coming. A single here, a walk, another single, stolen base.
Right.
They just, I mean, they small ball you to death.
They did. Like we had talked about it all 3 games. They play station to station, getting it done with singles, being able to manufacture runs, take advantage of opportunities presented to them with errors from the Jewett City team.
Yeah.
Jewett City tightened up, played a very good game in game 2. We're able to take that to send us to game 3. And then not really a bad game here with the exception of nothing happening at the plate.
Exactly. So, final score after 5 innings, Torrington 16 and Jewett City 4. I do. This is our last baseball game of the year until the 2022 season.
2022.
We'll be doing hopefully youth football and high school football out of Griswold coming up in the fall. But I do want to go ahead and okay. So we do want to thank. I have to. I'm humbled by a few things. Number one, John Harden, humbled by you, sir. So here's the story with John Harden, who's been calling just about every game with me, and we've become colleagues and friends. And I'll tell you something. It all started in Jewett City at Griswold High School. I said, "Here, throw a headset on," and you called an inning, and that was it, man. That's all I needed to hear. You're natural.
We started. I don't even think either one of us really realized that we just continued on.
Yeah, we did. And so I appreciate you, and I thank you very much for everything that you and really your whole family, that is done for us at SNSN. And you're a part of our team, and don't go away.
All right. No, I appreciate it. Thank you, Mike. Thank you for the opportunity because, I was a PA guy.
Yeah.
I was the number 23 coming to the plate.
But you are a natural, and I really appreciate that. And now I want to address this jackwagon in the YouTube group. He's going to get muted right now because he's been making really bad comments through the entire game. So he's gone.
Not called for in a youth baseball game.
Yeah, just a little sick and tired of his tomfoolery, to be honest with you. The other thing that I do want to go ahead and say, now the ceremonies are going to be on in a few minutes. That we'll put the camera on so you can see Torrington getting their pins and stuff. What's up, Steve Bubbly Champagne? The other thing that I want to do is I certainly and a lot of them are right over here now is thank the generosity of the Jewett City parents that allowed us here. Why don't you go ahead and show them over there? There's some of them right there. Bubbly, get out of the way. Let's see the parents. Look at as they scatter. They scatter. These are the folks. These are the reasons why that we were really able to go ahead and do these games and drive an hour away and, from, where we live, and everything. So we really appreciate that. This game was 100% funded by Jewett City. So we appreciate them. We appreciate the Jewett City crew, our Jewett City sponsors, that we had in games 1 and games 2. Let's go down the line here. Let's see. What do we got?
You can't say enough about our community and our sponsors and our local businesses that have been able to make this possible.
True. Valentine Lawn Solutions. Somewhere in time, there are a really wonderful shop in the Slater Mill Mall. Two Sisters Shipping and Business Center at the back end of the Slater Mill Mall in Jewett City. Also in that same mall, brand spanking used thrift store. My God, when I tell you can get a deal there, you can get a deal there. I'm not even joking. McGuire Plumbing. Jeff's a great dude, man. He we'll be dealing
Jeff
with him.
Cassidy with the football.
We'll be talking to him when it comes to football. So thank you very much to Jeff. The Burns Agency in Dayville and in Norwich. Highway Campers, the Jewett City Savings Bank, and Allstate Insurance. That's Kevin Trahan. Advanced Automotive. Now, this goes into our Little League sponsors as well. Tina Luft, real estate agent in town. GNS Auto out of Franklin. We appreciate you guys. We appreciate all of them. So if you appreciated the broadcast, thank those people, because those are the ones that said, hey, you know what? We want you to see it. So, like I said, 100% funded by Jewett City. Send them a message at least.
Support those that support us.
Yeah, thank you very much, So we're going to hush for a minute as they give the awards here.
Number 22, Pat Cook. Number 6, Jackson Fleming. Number 13, Ryan Winston. Number 21, Derek Bradford. Number 24, Sammy Violet. Manager Gary Radcliffe. The other coach, we don't have your name written down, so come on out. Good. And now for state champion Torrington. Number 2, Lucas White.
Yeah.
Number 5, Jack McCoy. Justin Detal. Number 4, Tom DeCasal. Number 15, Aiden Prindle. Number 13, Angel Santana. Number 0 again, Alan Holt Regala. Number 14, Matt King. Number 23, Anderson De La Cruz. Number 99, Mason Potter. Number 77, Joey Wooten. Coach Matt Hand. Coach Dean DeGasson. Manager Joe McCall. Connecticut State Champions, Torrington.
So there you go, folks. We're going to watch Torrington go ahead and take the banner. Probably going to make a victory lap, I'm assuming. And, John, from what I understand, this win for Torrington, even though it is their second in a row, which is awesome, it's actually extra special.
It is extra special this year for this Torrington team. The pitcher that closed it out for Torrington this year, unfortunately, lost his father suddenly.
Yeah.
And number 15, the number that he wears,
Yeah.
is also in honor of his father. His father also wore that number.
Gotcha. So congratulations to Torrington, losing one of their coaches. So I know this was very special to them. So you know what? Even we got a photo op now.
Uh-oh.
They
Are
want
we
to take
turning
a-
it around?
Yep. They want to.
You need
They want
us
to pick
in it.
Yeah.
I don't know if you need that.
All right, hold on. Come on in. Thank you.
Get a round up.
Hey, look at-
they're
look what we
coming
got.
around up. Oh,
We got pins, man. Look at that.
All right.
All right. Come on, guys. We're gonna Wally.
Hey, get in, get in.
Come, Wally, come right in with us, brother. Come on. Yeah, who's? Yeah, Derek Barber's like 3'4", so here he is. Are we good? Can I take my hands off Wally yet?
Yep.
All right. If I want to, he says. All right, guys. Wally, we're going to talk to you. We're going to talk to Wally. We're going to talk to Wally real quick. Hi. Can you hand him the headset, John?
Absolutely.
Then we'll give it back right to you. So Wally Oconee, we made Wally. We made some sensical references to you. We know you couldn't be on the field or near the field or anything. You had a heck of a team, and
awesome.
You mentioned something to me before the game that you said that these were your quote unquote sandlot kids.
Oh yeah, I've called them my sandlot kids probably since when they were 10 years old.
So how long have you been coaching this group?
Oh, altogether, let's see. I let WJ on his own for the first couple of years, and it's probably been a good 6-7 years now.
Yeah,
been with these boys for a little while now.
So this means something to you a lot, doesn't it?
Yeah. You know me, I live and breathe and bleed baseball. This is the one thing I love to do. This is one thing I love to do is coach these kids baseball.
So what happens next year?
Next year?
Yeah.
I return for another year. Try to come see these guys one more time in the state championship.
Very good.
Made it here once. We're not done yet.
Anything you want to tell people that are watching right now?
I just want to thank all of our fans, all of our supporters, Mike here at SSN or SNSN.
Something like that.
Mr. John Harden, the voice of Griswold, thank you for being here. You made all these broadcasts. I mean, one heck of a broadcast to listen to. I'll even be going home and watching a game tonight just so I can hear your voice.
I think you just gave him his nickname. We've been looking for we've been searching for a nickname. So Mr. Griswold, I think, is apropos.
Yeah, there we go. I like calling him the voice of Griswold.
The voice of you could do that too.
Yeah, that too.
Look at him. He's blushing over there.
Hey, everybody back home in Jewett City. Hope we made you guys proud.
Certainly did. Yeah. I don't think there's any question about that.
No. Yeah.
Not at all. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
All right,
Appreciate
man.
it.
We'll see you again.
Oh yeah, we'll be back. We're not done yet.
No. Give him the headset then. Oh, let's why don't we go ahead and talk to the assistant tournament director here.
Talk to me about now.
Well, we're going to talk to you.
I'm just saying thank you for what you guys did.
Oh, here. Well, fuck the jar. Yeah, come on, man. You still got a good crowd looking at you.
Yeah.
So there's a camera right there. You want to shout out anybody or
thank you for just everybody that viewed. This is a great experience that Jewett City put on, and I hope we entertained you guys enough watching these games. We work hard to put these on, and thank you everybody for tuning in. This is great. I hope to see more of this in the future.
Yeah, absolutely. Great host here in Windsor. We really appreciate that.
Yeah, we try. We do. And I know today was tough coming back, not knowing if it was going to end on one pitch or if we were going to extend it. And I'm glad it got extended because I would have hated to see two teams drive almost an hour to see one pitch, a base hit, game over. So third game didn't turn out like anybody would have hoped. We were hoping for a closer game, but that's baseball. And this was a great few days.
Yeah, that's absolutely baseball. We had talked about a lot of times it's not over till it's over, and baseball is one of those games. We saw game 2 where Jewett City was opening it up to extend this to a game 3, and then Torrington came back. It was reminiscent of their game 1, and they just played their ball station to station, doing it with singles.
A little too aggressive, I think, on the bases, especially in that fifth inning. They get the guy picked off, base hit, he stays on. You're playing a sixth inning.
Right.
But being aggressive is what you need to do sometimes. But otherwise, Jewett City's got a great group of kids. I enjoyed the parents, the kids. I just had a nice little chat with them. And I hope to see you guys here again next year. It's a talented team, so they should be back.
Jewett City, a great support system. I'm telling you, they're amazing.
So. Absolutely. It's a great community, and thank you for saying that and recognizing that.
Always do, man. And then, again, appreciate what you guys do to be coming out here for 3 days and filming this and broadcasting it. You guys did an exceptional job. I tuned in yesterday because I couldn't be here, and you guys are entertaining. You made me laugh. You say some funny stuff. I like your rock, paper, scissors for the coin toss and your tic-tac-toe, and cracked me up a little bit. And I had my daughter listening with me, so we enjoyed it. And we were listening on the first day when we were sitting in the announcer's booth over there. So you guys are entertaining. Keep doing what you guys do. And I've subscribed to your channel, so I'll be tuning in a lot.
All right, excellent. Yeah, everybody go to SNSN Radio on YouTube. Like and subscribe. Hit that bell for notifications.
All right, guys. Have a good night. Thank you, guys.
Good seeing you. I really appreciate all your hospitality. Second to none. Thank you. Also want to say,
This is one of the other district guys right here. That's Jeff.
Jeff, come on over, Jeff. No, he's sorry. He says that. All right. Jeff's a Bruins fan. Oh, no, can't unplug me yet. No, we're going to be here till midnight. So the other thing I also want to give a shout out to is Little League Baseball. If it wasn't for Little League Baseball letting us going ahead and broadcasting these games, then we wouldn't be able to do it. So,
No, Little League, what a great organization, being a part of this since, Andrew, this is going to be really his last time in a Jewett City uniform as he's going to high school next year. And watching him grow, from when I actually started T-ball when he was 4, I believe.
mm-hmm.
The 14, that's 10 years in Little League for us, 10 years with Jewett City Little League, and it's been a ride.
Well, I'll tell you, I don't know if I said this to you, like the first or second game, when I started seeing the people that were tuning in and watching Little League 11, 12s, softball 8 to 10-year-olds, the 13, 14-year-olds, if I knew that I feel bad because we should have been doing this 5-6 years ago when we started. And I always wanted a relationship with the Jewett City Little League back when we started off as Wolverine Radio and now as SNSN. And I'm glad that and Patricia Clark, Trish Clark, man, I'm telling you, she manufactured this whole thing. She put this together. We had a couple of conversations, and next thing you know, yourself, me, Awesome Austin, Mr. Jewett City, Al Gear, we all started showing up at games. And if you're going to give it to anybody, I don't know where she is.
I just saw her behind the duck. She's right over there.
Trish. So I just flagged her over. And, if we still have people in Torrington that are watching, I want to go ahead and actually, Trish, I want to talk to you specifically, actually. So let me get the headset. So we're gonna go ahead and where are you? Oh, here you go. Let me put you on. You can bring other board members if you want over. Mike Gilgenbach, where'd he go?
Right there.
He's there.
You
There we
have
go.
to. If I have to, you have to, bro.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right, so we'll let you because I want to talk to Trish specifically. So go ahead, Mike. What do you got?
So I just want to say for all those that are watching, I hope everybody is incredibly proud of this Jewett City team. This is a group of kids that we put together. For those that know Junior League, it's a mixture of, basically just trying to get as many kids as possible to make teams. There's been years when we've not had teams. There's been years when we've had more than one. And this was a good example of where we had 20-something kids that came out. And from those 20-something kids, we were able to pick and put together the 13 best players. And I think that was evident tonight for a small town like Jewett City. And I say it all the time. We've been on the most phenomenal 5-year run. This group of kids, some of these kids have made it to the States when they were 10 years old. They lost in the district finals as 12s. And now as junior league teams, they've made it all the way to the state finals. To force that game 3, I don't think a town, as a parent and as a board member, I couldn't be more proud of these boys and what they did day in and day out. So from our end, we want to thank SNSN because they were able to be here every step along the way. And from our end, we just are incredibly grateful for your support and for the support of all those fans that are watching us.
And actually, you know what? It was a mutual admiration society because we got the support back from you guys, and we were able to travel wherever you guys wanted us to go. And actually, so I appreciate you, you know, and everything that you have done and the support you've given us right along the way. So,
Thank you.
But now I want to say something to Trish. Thanks, Mike. Thank you. All right. So every team, every town needs a Trish Clark.
No,
Yes.
it's a lot of work.
They need a Trish Clark. And I'll tell you why. Because we started off, hey, you wanna do baseball? Sure, why not? So we come down and we do a game for the 11, 12s. We have a little chit chat outside, and next thing you know, it goes on and on and on and on. it's really because of this nice lady right here from Jewett City that made it possible for us to be here every game. So Torrington, if you're paying attention and you're there, and if you don't have a Trish Clark, find one, because streaming isn't going away anytime soon. It's going to blossom, and it could be a very good revenue generator for your town. And I'll tell you, if you got to find a Trish Clark, that's all I can say. She's wonderful. She's been wonderful to us. She's been wonderful for this program. This lady never sleeps. I'm telling you. John, am I lying?
Not a lie here. She's working all hours of the night.
We appreciate you.
Listen, we do it for the kids.
Okay, that's the easy way out.
It is. We do it for the kids.
Take the accolades.
I have 3 boys in this league, so we do it for the kids.
Yep.
If the kids want it, we do it, and you just make it happen.
Between you and the coaches, it's an amazing program. You know, Mike Gilgenbach and yourself and the rest of the board. You guys are in. So from us, thank you.
No, thank you. The
So,
kids wanted it, and you did it. Good job.
you got it. All right, that's it. I was trying to make it cry, but I guess it didn't work. All right, John, come here. Come here. That's going to wrap things up.
Yes, sir.
I guess next, football.
Football coming up next in the fall. We've got Griswold Youth Football and Cheer.
Maybe some high school, some away games. We'll see what we got there. But this is it for baseball for the year. Congratulations to Torrington, your 13, 14-year-old state champions. Good
State
job.
of Connecticut champions. Like we
Good
said,
job,
this
Torrington.
is the best state of Connecticut has at the 13, 14-year-old level.
That's right. Maybe next year they will three-peat. We'll have to wait and see. But I think Jewett City will be right there on your tails. But great team. It was a pleasure watching them.
Yeah, absolutely. And, thank everybody that's tuned in. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for interacting with us here in the chat. It's been a wild ride, and Mike's already said it. It started out with one game, and it actually turned into something. And thank you for that.
Yeah. All right, John. We'll see you soon.
Yes, sir.
Your final score here in Windsor at Windsor High School. Game 3. First of all, game 1 went to Torrington, 8-1. Game 2 went to Jewett City.
Oh, I even forgot. I forgot. What was it?
7-3.
7-3.
And then 16-4 is your final via Torrington for game number 3, Torrington, your state champion. So for John Harden, I'm Mike Minarski. Thank you very much. Wait for the fall. Football's coming.
All right, good night.